Yesterday, I was asked a certain question that I've gotten asked quite a few times in regards to dating, how I'm able to be with my boyfriend if I'm on the twin flame journey. And this person asked me while I was on TikTok Live, and I wanted to share this response because I've gotten asked this a few times, but the question was, do I ever feel guilty being with my boyfriend knowing that I have a quote unquote twin flame? And the short answer to that is no. And the reason for that is because I'm simply choosing myself, because I love myself. And I know that this video is going to trigger a lot of people because I've been in the position where I could never see myself dating or being with anyone other than my twin flame. Early in the journey, for the first year and a half to 2 years, I was like, ain't no way in hell I could be with anyone. I am celibate. I can't date anyone. I can only think about my twin flame. There's no way. You're settling, even with a soulmate, you're settling if you don't pick your twin flame. Your twin flame is the highest form of love. This is what I even like other people tell me till this day. And that's why everyone is on their own individual, unique journey, and why we shouldn't judge people on their journeys, because everyone's at different stages. Everyone's at different, learning different lessons. And so we have to give each other grace for where we are in our own journey. You have to remember that you are you, and everyone has their own lessons to go through. To address this person's question, she asked me on my live, do you ever feel guilty? Because I was talking about my boyfriend, and I did tell him I was going to make this video. He said, go ahead. I was talking about my boyfriend and also my twin flame, because I saw my twin flame for the first time since February in a vision. And I was like, whoa, that's really weird, when I was doing a reading for the collective. And why I don't feel guilty is because I'm choosing myself. Because if I were to wait around for my twin flame, who's married and lives halfway across the world and I have not heard from in over a year and a half, I would not be choosing myself. And I know a lot of people, like I've talked about this on my live before, they're like, oh, you're just triggered, you're not healed, you still have healing to do. No. The thing is, everyone's journey is unique. You don't know what someone's supposed to go through. Not everyone is meant to be with their quote unquote twin flame. And we don't even know. At the end of the day, you don't really know. And I know that's going to be super triggering, because I know that when we get activated on this journey, you know, the obsession kicks in and you can't stop thinking about that person. That activation was so fiery, it was so passionate, it's so sexual, it's so primal, it's so like, oh my God, out of this world. And you start activating your spiritual gifts and you start getting visions and you start feeling them. And so you think, ain't no way in hell you could be with anyone else. I get that. Like, I went through all of that. Okay. But then there comes a point in your journey, at some point, right? There's no specific time. Everyone goes through their own phases at their own pace and time. Detachment happens. It's very real. And you cannot control it. A lot of time people try to force detachment. They try to block them. They ignore them. Even though they can't, they try not looking at photos of them, and they try not looking at old messages of them. They try, deleting and burning stuff, whatever, right? To get you to like stop thinking about that person. But that's not real detachment. That's forced detachment. The detachment happens when it's as if God just kind of shuts that door for you, right? It removes the feelings, it removes the attachment. You feel no longer attached to that person. And that's what happened to me in February, as most of you know if you look at my old videos. And I remember I was like so shocked by this, because that was the month I actually thought I was going to hear from him, because I kept getting visions of him and all this stuff. And I felt so detached. And then I started dating. And I simply just kept feeling called to date. And that's the thing we have to remember is God will, like, your heart is your compass, right? As I always say, your heart is your compass, as my friend Jennifer told me. But God will literally place the feelings in your heart that you are meant to feel so that you can go the path you're meant to go. And I didn't think that I would start dating. I dated someone briefly last year in the fall. And then I started dating again in March after that detachment hit me. And then I met my boyfriend in May, and we've been dating ever since. And see, I never thought that I could feel what I feel now. for someone else. Sure, it's not the same thing as the twin flame, but to me, it's better because with your twin flame, what most people experience is passion, it's erotic, it's lust, it's temptation, it's so fiery. But the thing that we often forget is that the quicker the flame, the quicker it'll burn out. Okay. And why I choose to date, why I choose to be with my boyfriend, why I don't feel guilty about it is because I love this man that I am with and he loves me and he chooses me and I choose him and he's consistent with me. And he brings me peace and safety, not confusion and chaos. He brings me stability, not ghosting and not, going back and forth. It's peaceful, it's harmonious, and it's exactly what relationships should be. And a lot of times people, when you have abandonment wounds, when you have unhealed wounds, it's wanting to be chosen. We often want what's a challenge. And that is a lot of times what the twin flame dynamic teaches us. They are essentially unhealed wounds, abandonment wounds, wanting to be chosen. And when you finally choose yourself and you choose to say, you know what, I'm no longer going to wait around for somebody that doesn't choose me. I'm no longer going to wait around for someone that hasn't bothered to contact me in over a year and a half, and who's married. That's you loving yourself. That's you respecting yourself. That's you choosing yourself over anyone else. And that's what the twin flame journey is supposed to do. It's twin flame or catalyst, right? At this point, so many people got activated by a catalyst, and there's nothing wrong with that, because the thing is, we should all be grateful for those catalysts because they came into our lives to awaken us, to push us to be authentic, to push us to be who we are. I am so grateful that I got activated by that person, or that he, activated me in some way that I got spiritually awakened. I've always been spiritual and I've always had abilities and gifts, but they were dormant until I was fully awakened and activated by that person. And I'm so grateful because I'm here talking to you and helping so many of you because of that, right? Because I did the work. But that's the thing, is the journey pushes you to be authentic, to be who you are. It doesn't necessarily mean that the end goal is to be with them. Yes, I know that is what everyone feels. We all feel like, I literally felt I'm meant to be with that man. Like, who's halfway across the world, who is married? And it's like, when you really think about it and think logically, thank God, Neptune was out of, I think it was retrograde or something. It was out of Pisces in February, March. And that's why so many of us awakened to the truth. And we were seeing things for what they really were. And we were like, hold on a second. We don't want to be stuck in illusions and delusions anymore, right? And so that's what happened to me, and why I'm like, wait, I'm choosing myself. I'm not going to be waiting around for somebody who's married, who I haven't talked to, chooses to ignore 3 emails of mine. That's not okay. That's not choosing myself. That's not loving myself. And I know this is going to trigger so many people. I'm not here to upset you. I'm here to help you see the truth that this journey is not about your twin flame. This journey is about you. It is about loving yourself. It's about you feeling whole and complete on your own, with or without them. With or without them. It's about you coming to your purpose. It's about you realizing who the F you are. And that's why I'm so grateful for this journey, is because I'm able to speak freely without fear of judgment. I can be myself, and I know who the hell I am, and I love who I am. So no, I will not feel guilty for being with someone that I love and loves me back, even if I was awakened by someone else. I hope that helps. And I hope you guys understand it's not settling. It's true love. That's what love is supposed to look like. Much love, and God bless.